What? Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Releasing my pent up anger and frustration on you fine gentlemen. That was not a sexual reference. What is up, my dudes? How are we doing today? It is a fantabulous Monday, the International Day of Chesticles. We'll get into that here in a little bit. I just want to say, what is going on? How are y'all doing today? Holy crap, I feel like my mic is like all up in my fucking grill today. Fuck it, let's get closer. Let's get all up in this bitch. We got a couple people up in the chat right now, but of course, in true fashion, and I got to do this, I always got to wait until the show starts for it to pop up. Oh, dang, that thing's sick. I always say that. Hey, God amongst, man, boom. Oh, shit. Oh, it's live right now. It's live. What the fuck? Get out of here, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, eh? Hello. All right, let's make sure we're hitting that like as you guys walk up in here, strolling on in here. We got Daniel. We got all Lemonton Pro Z, Enrique, and Philip. Got a few more people watching live as well. Tagley, hey, I've never heard of you before, seen you before. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also hit the like as well. What a great day today. Well, at first I thought this was a woman. Could possibly be a woman. I don't know. Anyway, subscribe, hit the like. You know the drill. Oh, yeah. What a Monday. We all gained an extra hour of sleep last night. Not too terrible. Not too bad. I woke up early AF still today, though, even though we supposedly we did get an hour of sleep, extra hour. I have done. Good for you. What a fucking tremendous person you are. I'm going to make my sister watch the stream. Good stuff. There'll be a bit of chesticle. I can barely fucking flex them right now. Holy shit. I did a good job today. Oh. She might get pregnant from that, though, so just be careful. We lost an hour. We lost an hour? How did we lose an hour? Maybe we did lose an hour. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I can't feel shit. I am numb to it all. I have coronavirus again. I'm just kidding. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. Maybe we did, right? Fall back. Yeah, spring forward, fall back. Whatever. I was under the mindset that we gained an hour, so good. Thank you for telling me that. I still feel great. I'm still happy. Yeah, there you go. I remember that little silly thing. I didn't even know it was going to be what's it called until someone said something in the chat yesterday. I was like, oh, yeah. Show's time is fake. Well, I'm pretty sure in California, too, they voted to stop daylight savings time. So I think this is the last one we're doing, but I could be mistaken. I have no idea. I have no clue what we're doing. It's not like voting matters anymore anyway. What's up, Corey? That stock market, you're only 1 week off. Yeah, hey. What matters is that I was right. I haven't even taken a look at it today. By the way, what it is, what it do. How we doing up there? Good stuff, Enrique. Good to see you in here. That freaking stock market's getting dumped on, huh? I hear they're fucking freezing shit. They're doing all sorts of different stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Who cares? I got my katana. That's all that I got. I just got a katana. And it's not even really a katana. It's a fucking machete, but I just call it a katana. So I got that, and we're good to go. Let's see it all crumble. No big deal. That's all I'm going to do is just run around like goddamn, what's his nuts? Fucking Rambo with a katana. Stocks got crushed. I wasn't off at all. Called it perfectly. You did. You said the Fed was going to step in last week and that we were going to see a little bit of relief. I was saying that people were going to dump, but I didn't take into consideration the Fed. And ever since then, it's just been... Now everybody's talking about prepping. Now everybody's talking about, some of the main people that I listen to and stuff, people are like, oh yeah, it's time to get prepared. It's like, that should have been done 3 weeks ago. The writing was on the wall 3 fucking weeks ago, you silly geese. I started talking about that shit 2 weeks ago for damn sure. Last week, definitely. Like, yo, go get some shit. Go get some shit. Paper. Go get some shit paper for sure. 19 people watching live at this current time, at this current conjecture. What do we do when we step in this mofo? We hit that like button. Game warden in the house. What is up, my dude? Oh boy. What a day. What a day so far. What a good Monday. I legitimately thought I gained an hour of sleep. I was like, fuck it. Let's wake up a little bit earlier. I had an extra hour of sleep. No big deal. Got up a little bit earlier than normal. I was like, let's fucking get shit kicking. Let's get started. So I started kicking off my day. Chance boy, what are you doing, brother? Hey. Going to bed. Good man. Good boy. Heard him like tap dancing around in the fucking kitchen. I was like, what the heck you doing? What is JoJo? I've got months of ramen stocked up. Don't be jealous. I have literally eaten ramen, like these cups of noodles, probably I would have to say like conservative guess 10, but I really wanted to go and say the amount of times I've had cup of noodles has to be somewhere between 5 to 10. That's how repulsive I find that stuff. I fucking hate it. It's disgusting. I won't eat it. Even like real ramen, like actual ramen from Japan, I can't eat that. I can't eat ramen from Japan. Like no kidding, good ramen. I can't eat it. I think I've tried a couple times. It's just like, nope. Udon, on the other hand, though, oh my God. Oof. Hook me up with some udon. Some shrimp tempura udon. Oh. Super, super yummy. Oh, man. So, woke up this morning. I was like, let's fucking kick it. And I got kicking it. What did I do this morning? Actually, I just got up this morning. I took a shower. I was like, fuck it. Let's hit a shower. I feel like taking a shower right now. That'd be great. Nothing better than taking a shower first thing in the morning. And then I just started jamming, got some food prepped, got myself all psyched up for the gym. I started watching some fucking lifting videos to get me ready. And I saw this one dude. One of my biggest things that I'm trying to work on right now is the upper chest. Let's get this thing off the screen. Hitting that upper titty meat. It's one of the hardest things to get. I want that full chest to be able to come in and God damn, it hurts right now. Oh my God. I can barely flex my chest without it cramping. Yeah, it is a good topic. I can't wait to get into it. It's going to be good stuff. We're going to tear into that shit. So anyway, went to the gym. I changed up my routine just a little bit today because I really wanted to. I saw this one dude and I really liked what he had to say, and he showed the whole tutorial of how to lift upper chest a little bit better. I was like, you know what? I'm going to hit that instead of doing my normal just incline bench, incline fucking dumbbell press and so forth. I mean, I still did those movements, but just a little bit different of a way, and it was fucking super awesome. Highly recommend you guys, if you're having trouble with any type of muscular development, look up someone that, obviously has what they're talking about, and then watch that before you go to the gym. That's what I do, even like with pickup. If I'm rusty with pickup, I'll go and I'll watch some day gamers, and it'll get me in the fucking mindset. It'll get the whole thing flowing. That's how men learn. We learn from watching, right? We learn from modeling and mimicking. And that's how we get that kind of understanding in our minds, and that way that we can take action. So highly, highly recommend. World Health Organization has not declared pandemic. They're going to very soon. They're just going to wait for it to get worse. Bad news as well. There's a cruise ship that's pulling into San Diego right now that has 25 confirmed coronavirus cases. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to pull those people off and they're going to quarantine them here in San Diego, right on Miramar, just about 5 miles away from me. So San Diego is going to get hit hard with this. I think what's going on here is we're looking at calculated depopulation. Not that the virus, I mean, the virus is going to wipe out the young and the old. And then the rest of the people around here that are just fucking idiots are going to go crazy. And it's going to be whatever. Leave the cruise people to fend for themselves. That's what I'm saying. Fly some fucking supplies onto the cruise ship. You guys are already fucked. Just hang out on the goddamn cruise ship over there. Like, we'll fly you some fucking supplies. We'll float it to you. Hang out there until the coast is clear. But the way that this is being handled is fuck you, microphone. The way this is being handled is as though they want it to spread. And do I blame them? Yes, I do. Exactly. This is exactly what's going on. This is totally 100% by design. Hate to fucking get Mr. Tinfoil hat on you here, but actually I love it. I think it's hilarious. And like I just said, like, frankly, to be honest, I really don't care that much. Death is death. If I die, I die. If not, then, I'm going to fucking walk around with this goddamn crown on. And it's going to be epic. Oh, yeah. Anyway, what do we got? Daniel Tilapia. Sorry, I eat a lot of tilapia now. Daniel Tapia. I've already completely accepted polygamy as my way of life. Fuck monogamy and that lovey-dovey shit. 100%. We're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper into this for sure. Roosh is a lunatic. He's still a little boy at heart, and he has no clue what to do. He just fucking flings turds at things and tries to get fucking people to like him, kind of deal. That's essentially what he's doing. Keeping calm and carrying on here in London, but media pumping panic out over the airwaves. Yeah. As long as you keep calm, you're already a cut above. Just stay inside, man. Stay inside, get your supplies. Let everybody else go fucking crazy. Let everybody else knife each other to death because you guys don't have guns over there. And clean up the fucking mess afterwards, right? Clean house afterwards. So that's the best bet. That's what I think. Just chill. Somebody has to make the hard choices. Exactly. I get it. That's why, hey, listen, you could sit here and you could be mad, or you could sit here and it's just like hypergamy. It's just like women. It's just like what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about. It's like, just like what we're going to talk about today with love, man. Like, just know the rules and use them to your advantage. It's like 99% of the fucking population right now, they know the rules. They really do. It's just they choose to avoid them and ignore them, and they don't fucking operate by them. So it's like, that's what the 1% is. The 1% knows the rules, and they're like, oh shit, maybe I should play this way. And everybody else is like, nah, that's not fair. It's like, the rules are fucking printed on the fucking instruction manual over here. All you got to do is just do them. It's like, but it shouldn't be that way. Shouldn't be that way. See? But it is. It is that way. So, oh man. Yeah, exactly. The gender wars and alphabet conversation wasn't working, so a virus or population control makes sense. I still think that it was necessary. The alphabet soup kind of thing was necessary in order to start the pendulum swing, if that makes sense. It's like, why not get everybody all separated into different tribes? And that way there, the biggest killer of all this, the biggest thing that we're going to learn from all this too, is this whole fucking, well, number one, multiculturalism. Number two, the thing that we're going to learn is having a global economy is probably the fucking stupidest thing to do. Because look at how quickly, when you have a global economy, like what we're doing with all this global trade and tariff bullshit, like look at how quickly. So when you have multiculturalism and you have like open ports kind of deal, look at this. All it takes is just one little simple virus, One little simple virus that cannot be contained, and then the whole world population is fucked. It's like, yeah, there's going to be some levels from here on out after this of like, maybe we should be sourcing things organically. Maybe we should stay a more homogenized culture. Just that's just something that we should probably do, right? Like we kind of used to be, and that's what fucking led to civilizations being great and rising up, and other civilizations falling apart. It's like, it's okay. It's okay to say these things. Or do you think they're just useless? What are you talking about? Oh, hey, Philip. Do you think the U.S. is waiting for the pandemic bonds to mature before actually going or being competent? I don't know any of this stuff. So, yeah, gender war. Exactly. Go see my earlier comment. Is that for Daniel? The Nords will be okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They're pretty well locked off and pretty well homogenous and pretty well self-sufficient. Not too bad of a lifestyle. I do believe. I'm going to crack open this here Zevia Cola. So I went and worked out my chesticles today. Hammered it. Felt fucking amazing. Really good workout today. Especially after that whole ART thing that I did on Saturday. Very excited for lifting back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get the fucking butterfly wings to fucking float. Get that lat spread fucking rocking and rolling tomorrow hardcore. Gotta be fucking epic. Lift some heavy ass weight as well. And then directly afterwards, I went and hit the old tanning bed. Even though the coronavirus, whatever, could be in the tanning bed. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about the coronavirus. I like tanning. It's fun. It's meditative. Makes me feel good. And it makes me look sexy. And then right after that, I already had the game plan of going in today, knowing full well that I was probably owed some taxes. And I went and I filed taxes for the first time in 4 years. Can you believe that, everybody? First time in 4 years. Most of you guys are going to be like, how the fuck did you not have to pay taxes the last 4 years? And it's because I was broke and homeless for a couple of those. Well, for one of them at least. And then recovering. And then I've literally just been a student. I've been a student for the last 4 years. So using the GI Bill to fucking survive and get by. So I haven't had to pay any taxes. And then I worked last year. And I made some pretty good money. Made pretty good money on top of still going to school full time and all that good shit. And I got taxed like a motherfucker on my pay last year. I went to H&R Block. It was just quick and easy. I walked in. I paid $198 for them to do it. And I got a pretty damn good refund. I'm excited to have that input into my bank account. So that when the fucking market crashes, I'll have no access to that money. And yeah, it'll be fun to just say, yeah, I got my tax return. What's up, Barry? How are we doing today? What's going on? Oh, yeah, this was a great comment, by the way. Corey, that market was so nasty. The Fed needs to throw some liquid aminos on that shit. I'll just do it for you. Let's get them liquid aminos. Look at that new bottle. Fresh new model that I went and got the other day, as I told you guys about. Oh, yeah. I can't believe how fast I went through that last bottle. So now I'm being a little bit more, I don't want to say stingy, but I'm being a little bit more stingy with the amount of liquid aminos I use. I thought too, I mean, when I first started eating that tilapia and rice, I was not excited. And the liquid aminos made me really excited to eat that food. Now I'm used to it. Now I'm cool with it. Now I actually look forward to eating my tilapia and rice. It's funny because most people are like, Corey, why don't you get sushi for your cheat day? You'll be able to get all that fucking protein from all that shit. And I'm just like, yo, I eat fucking fish every single day. Fish and rice with goddamn soy sauce. You think I want to go and get fucking sushi for my cheat meal? You guys are retarded. I don't want that shit. Get that shit out of my house. Let's go eat some Krispy Kreme. I'll probably fucking get Krispy Kreme again this Saturday. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was so good. And then after this one, probably after having it the second time, you're like, nah, all right, it wasn't that good. And then I'll probably not do it again for a while. Like I said, yeah, I went. I don't do a 401k, man. I don't believe in them. Yeah, I don't believe in 401ks. Yeah, I like that. We'll talk about that here in a second. I still need my shit. It's going to be annoying tracking so many sources. Yeah, I'm lucky right now because when I filed for this one, I only had like 2 or 3 different sources. So I had the royalties from my first book. I had the what's it called? The income from my Teachable course, and then just my job from last year. So nothing too crazy. This year's gonna be a fucking shit show, I think, because I'm gonna have so many different fucking sources. But whatever, it's easy to track down. Especially these companies like Teachable sent me my fucking, what was it? It's not a 1099. I forgot what form they send you. Is it 1099? No, I don't recall. 1097. Who cares? I'm not a fucking tax professional. I got people for that shit. I just fucking make the money. I was thinking maybe a 1099E, but I'm not sure. I could probably go look. That's probably exactly what it is. Yeah, I believe it's a 1099 as well. That's why I said it. Corey, that is the ultimate discipline, stabilizing the dopamine receptors too by eating bland. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie when I tell you guys, like, I had a big issue before. I mean, just like I think most people, I think food is the easiest addiction that we have, like easiest addiction that we have here in the United States. I think too many of us eat for pleasure. I mean, it's very difficult. It's very difficult when we're surrounded by so many fucking things that are just like, hey, fucking come eat me, right? It's so available. This is like, because like our biology is just like, oh my God, easy fucking calories. Like, let's go for it. Like, that's part of our biological design, right? It's like, go and get the easy stuff. So, I definitely had an issue with that for quite some time in my life where I was also eating food to make me feel a different, like, in a way it's almost like disassociating, but it's actually eating food to cope. And I adopted that very early on in my childhood. And I had to actually go, that wasn't exactly what my therapy was for, but it was a part of therapy, going to therapy and talking about that stuff and trying to break that kind of connection. And then going through iteration after iteration of like, like removing things from my diet and doing different stuff. And then going back because, like, quitting stuff isn't always quitting something. It's quitting something and then realizing that you're going downhill again and you got to fucking go back and reinitiate the stuff. But right now in my life, like, I don't know. It's just, there's something flipped the switch in my mind. Maybe it's the fact that I turned 35. And maybe it's the fact too, that I'm just like I see and envision what I want for my life. Like, I have these goals written down and I'm just like, when I wake up every day and I don't have that goal accomplished, I'm kind of, it's not that I'm frustrated and it's not that I'm disgusted with myself, but it's like, I'm not happy with my station. I'm not happy with this. So then it's like, all right, what do you got to do? It's like, well, you got to put in the fucking work, man. It's like, well, what can you do right now that's in your control? And like I talk about in my first book, Live Your Best Life in 30 Days, the physical is the number one thing that you have the most control over. Like, you have so much control over your ability to take care of your diet and your exercise and your fitness and that kind of regimen. It's like, why not take control of that? Because the great part about that is everything builds from that. That's why I try to get people right off the bat when I get them and I see that they're not in shape. That's the first thing I'm going to work on. That's the first thing I work on is like, yo, we need to get you disciplined by getting you into the gym and getting you moving, having you build musculature. Because the cool part too is like, when you start building muscle and you start to see these changes 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks later, like, 8 weeks goes by just like this, guys, believe it or not. It's fucking quick. And when you could see yourself molding and shaping yourself in just those 8 weeks, that's a level of accomplishment that keeps men going on this momentum spiral. You feel? So it's like rock and roll that way. Now, the diet piece is obviously very, very difficult because we have a lot of emotional attachments to food. Yeah, it should be just fuel. It should just be fuel. But at the same time, too, think about how many customs and cultural norms we have surrounding food and festivals and festivities and so forth, right? It's the same thing with drinking today. Like drinking is completely normalized and even fucking overindulged because that's kind of just a part of our society. Like that's what people do in order to socialize. It's like, oh, let's get together and drink and eat food. It's like, fuck. That's like some of the worst shit you could do, honestly. So for me personally, I get one meal alone on my Saturday night where I can indulge a wee bit. And like what Nick was talking about earlier, like my dopamine receptors are now trained. It's like, guess what? This is just a treat. You can do this. You can still enjoy life. You're not being punished. You don't need to feel bad for yourself. You don't need to feel like you're, what's it called? Like, you don't need to feel like you're a slave. But at the same time, you just got to understand that this type of food is something that should be like cherished, right? It should be something that's kind of held on that pedestal, like a cheat meal, right? We are human beings. We're here to experience all sorts of different things in life. Fucking sex, pleasure, pain, fear, excitement, adventure, love, let's say. We'll get into that here. Tommy Bahama, my fucking dude. What's going on, my man? Still haven't gotten my fucking samples in. I'm super pissed off about that. I might actually have to go and fucking go to the actual post office and bitch at him a little bit, but we'll see. Anyway, I was on a roll there. I saw my boy Tommy Bahama. I had to say what's up. I do 2 meals a day, just skip breakfast. I mean, I'd have to see your age, I'd have to see your activity level, and I'd have to see what your 2 meals consist of before I really criticize it. If you were to come in right now and tell me, hey, Corey, I'm at 12 to 15% body fat, I'm whatever age, and I feel great doing this, I'd be like, all right, cool. Then that seems like something along the lines. But now if you're like, and if you're in shape, if you have some good musculature, but if you don't have any of the above, like if you're talking 20% body fat or greater, your musculature isn't really that good. Like you don't have a good solid frame of muscles. You don't work out that often. What I would tell you is you need to get in the gym 5 days a week, and you need to get on a program of eating your macros properly in order to build muscle so that your metabolism will speed up. You can burn that fat and take care of yourself that way. Yeah, it's good to see fucking Mr. Slam up in here. What's up, my dude? Tagley says, food is so easily available nowadays. Fasting is a great way to put the brakes on overeating. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Me personally, I don't do well with fasting, and I don't do well with fat adaptive, what's it called? It's like I can get down to about roughly 16% body fat, but I can't get any lower below that with fasting and doing a fat adaptive keto type of, or even paleo. Like I need to have, this is crazy. My body reacts so well to eating fucking white rice and fish. It's weird. It's like I'm goddamn Asian. I was just going to do an Asian voice too. Oh man. My fucking buddy's wife. Ugh. He and I used to always do fucking like Asian voice around each other because we were both in Asia for a little while, and she would get so mad at us because she's like this prissy little fucking white girl. Anyway, hilarious. Let me keep reading here. I'm reading some stuff. When you learn to realize that time is going to pass one way or another, it should make it that much easier to choose the more difficult path. I agree with you, man. Yeah, I look at my life, man, up to this point, fucking 35 years old. I was talking about this the other day with the whole Taylor Swift thing. It's like I look back at my life right now, the 35 years that I've lived on this planet thus far has been fucking crazy. Like crazy, crazy. Like I've been through some shit. Like fucking absolutely fucking nuts. And not just that, like most everything that I've done in life has been choosing the opposite path of like the easy direction. And, you know, this is why I also believe like in my higher self, I believe that I chose this before fucking incarnating into my body and all this other stuff. And like, I chose it in order for me to learn the lessons that I needed to truly learn, because man, the great part is like, I have learned so many lessons, and that's the beauty of this stuff. You can't look back at your life right now and be like, oh my God, poor me, woe is me kind of deal. It's like, no, I am the arbiter of my destiny. That's what I try to teach with all this stuff. That's like what the WarTribe's about. That's what my book is about. And it's like, I created this. I'm the one that chose this. I'm the one that made this happen. And if I can just extrapolate the lessons that I learned from it and continue to use that as a reminder as to like what my path is, what the direction I'm trying to go and what dreams I'm trying to accomplish, it's fucking so much better. So much better. Anyway, I do 200 grams of protein a day, every day. That's for you. I'm around 250. I eat about 250 grams of protein easily a day. Yeah, I got a hater that fucking shows up. I got a hater for sure. It's all good. I love it, man. Hate away. Hate away, because you're here listening. You show up every day to give me a thumbs down, so it's cool. Like you're listening. Hopefully you're learning something. Food is fuel. If you're picky about what you put in your tank, your engine will die. Now shut up and eat your garbage. Still sticks with me 10 years later. That's fucking hilarious. Corey, checked what I just sent in the WhatsApp group. Shit's unreal. Okay. Oh, crud. Beep, beep, beep. Yo. Come on. What the fuck, phone? Hey, y'all. Just want to give a quick update on 2 new scholarship opportunities that were just posted under the scholarship from our we cut off some of the photo. First up, the Point Foundation is offering a 4,800 scholarship for LGBTQ students. Yeah, exactly. And then the Cook County College Teachers Union is offering $1,000 scholarship. Yeah. All right, let's get into this conversation real quick, even though it'll probably get me fucking booted off of here, because we're not supposed to attack the LGBTs, which I'm not attacking anybody here. I'm just throwing out a small little critique and whatnot. I went to UCSD. I was going to UCSD last year, and let me tell you one thing. So first and foremost, these little special interest groups that they have on these campuses, these little setups that they have, like there's like even myself as a veteran, we had our own special place that veterans can go to. It was called the Veteran Resource Center or something like that. And we had our own computers. We had our own lounge set up there. We had fridges. We had all sorts of stuff, right? It was our own little space that only veterans can go into. And like, if you wanted to, you can come hang out if you're a civilian or whatever, but you kind of had to know somebody. It's like, okay, I kind of get that. Why? Because veterans have different types of resources coming in because of the GI Bill and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I don't really care, right? Student, I'm by. Nice. Yeah, I did this the other day, two podcasts ago. Check it out. Give it a like. Anyway, the LGBTQ Center was brand new, probably multi-million-dollar fucking setup. And it housed obviously a lot of people. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, us as veterans, we actually had to go and we had to serve our country. And that was kind of like a privilege that we were given to have, because mainly what it comes down to is, like we were talking about, in order for you to, we had to have a resource center because there's all sorts of stuff that goes along the lines of like with the GI Bill and funding and all sorts of different stuff. You have to have different counselors and different types of shit to make sure that the school's getting paid and make sure that you're getting paid. And there's like a lot of criteria that goes in for you being a student. So I kind of get it. But at the same time, am I saying that veterans should also have special privileges? No, I don't believe so. Honestly, I don't think that they should have their own lounge. I don't think that they should have computers and all this other stuff just for them. It's like, if you want to fucking still identify as being in the military, you should have fucking stayed in the goddamn military. There's no fucking special privileges. The same thing applies to everybody else. If you're black and you're going to college, you don't deserve a fucking black resource center. If you're gay, you don't deserve a fucking gay resource center, right? You don't deserve to get taxpayer dollars fucking earmarked for you to have like this bougie little fucking place all to yourself on a fucking campus, right? For you to feel safe in. It's like, we got to get rid of this shit. We got to stop earmarking money for these special people that in like I said, hear me out, hear out my whole thing. Even veterans, if you're choosing to be a civilian, mix with the civilian population and fucking go to school and do your homework wherever fucking other people need to go, and hang around fucking common people and learn to adapt, right? It's the same thing if you're gay. It's the same thing if you're black, if you're fucking Hispanic, if you're fucking Asian. I don't give a fuck who you are, right? Like, we should not be having these kinds of levels of things given to people just because of what they identify with. Same thing goes. I mean, if someone wants to grant scholarships and all this other stuff to whoever, that's their money to be able to do that for. But I just realized, and I noticed going to these schools, that that's mainly what these schools are about. These schools are about breaking people up into these specific fucking identity groups and then giving them fucking different levels of privileges in order for them to get resources allocated to them. And of course, anytime you have those resources allocated, you're also going to have staff that gets funded and all this other stuff. It's just a way to bleed the fucking system dry. That's really all it comes down to. It attracts the goddamn fucking cobwebs, right? The people that want to fucking just sit there and leech. It attracts the leeches. That's what these earmarking things do. So this brings me to my next point. Stop sending your fucking kids to college. We need to boycott all fucking universities. I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn community college or whatever. Stop sending them fucking college. We need a good solid 10 years of just milking that shit fucking dry and getting it back to what it originally stood for. Only the fucking elite people of fucking elite smarts, the people that have proven themselves, that want to fucking specialize in science or fucking medicine, right? Those are the people that should go to fucking college, and they should pay a fucking arm and a goddamn leg, and it should be very select of who goes. The rest of people, go get fucking trades, or we got this fucking miraculous thing on the fucking computer or your fucking smart device or whatever you use. It's called the internet. And you could literally, if you want to, you can go for Harvard and take courses and stuff online. Or you could go to fucking Khan Academy and you can learn whatever the fuck you want. Or you could pay a fucking down-ass G like myself and I could fucking teach you some cool shit and some new fucking courses. Or if you want to be a real estate fucking guru or a sales guru, go fucking visit Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins or fucking Wolf of Wall Street dude or whoever, right? Like, you don't need to go to college. You don't need to be supporting this stuff. Like, colleges need to be milk dried, like milked fucking dried of all levels of support from the government, from the state level government, from fucking people and taxpayers. And the worst part of it is too right now from what I'm seeing is this, especially with the college that I went to, UCSD. I hate to get into this. It's going to sound insanely fucking racist, but I don't give a fuck. The majority of fucking people there are Indian and Chinese. And it's all these fucking Chinese and Indian people that are dumping their fucking money into the universities and all this other stuff. And literally, when I was on campus, guess what? I was a minority. No, I'm not fucking lying to you. Like, as I walked around, it was either people fucking speaking, I don't know what Indian people speak, let's say Indian, and then fucking Chinese. It was crazy. It was crazy to see this stuff, that like all these foreign countries are investing all of this money into these universities in order to prop up what? Feminist, multicultural, and fucking communist style fucking types of teaching. It's like, fuck that shit. We that's not what this shit's for. Punjabi. Is that what it is? Is it Punjabi or Punjabi? I'll just say it's Indian. But I think you're right. It is Punjabi. or maybe that's I don't know what that is. Punjab. But dude, it's fucking crazy. It was crazy to see this. Like, just seeing the amount that our country has sold out in taxpayer dollars. Taxpayer dollars are going to fund this level of usurpation of our own fucking culture, of our own society, of our own civilization, and of our own damn government. It's fucking nuts. We're importing all these people in. Just like, oh yeah, come to the school, fucking keep paying us, and do what you got to do to destroy America. It's like, all right, cool. Thank you for the check. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. I'm related to such and such, so I get special treatment. I identify this way, so give me special treatment. I have this kind of fucking disorder, so give me special treatment. I think so, but veterans already have their special privilege. They already have their special privilege of having their fucking college paid for. Like, you don't also need to be fucking treated like a higher class citizen on these colleges because you're older or because you were fucking in the military. It's like, if you want the special privileges of being in the military, stay in the military. Trust me, like, I'm being real. If let me get into something else right now. I don't believe in fucking handicap parking spaces. I was going to do a whole podcast on this. I probably still should, but I don't believe in fucking handicap parking spaces. Why? Because now when you look around, you got fucking special parking spaces for fucking expectant mothers. You got special fucking parking spaces for police officers. You got special parking places for fucking who else? I don't know. Who the fuck cares? No one deserves a goddamn special fucking parking spot. If you fucking happen to park in the front fucking, what's it called? You got there by chance. If you're fucking handicapped, you probably got some fucking level of contraption or something like that that's going to be able to make you move from point A to point B. It's like, just because you're handicapped doesn't mean you don't have to fucking, what's it called? Hobble along a little bit farther. Sorry to say that. Like, we live in a society right now that caters to people's weaknesses rather than telling people to fucking rise up to a higher level of occasion, right? People are gonna be like, but Corey, those fucking special people, those special vans and all this other shit, they needed a lot of space. Go park in the fucking back where there's more fucking room. You got an electric fucking scooter. You're not exerting any goddamn energy, right? Go park in the back. Fucking ride your little scooter to the front. No big deal. It's going to take you 30 fucking seconds longer. But do you deserve a special spot? No. Why? Because guess what? Now every fucking rinky-dink fucking retard individual is going to go to their doctor when they got a sprained ankle. They're going to get a fucking handicap fucking sticker for fucking 3-6 months or whatever, and they're going to try to milk it. It's like, anytime you give special privileges to someone, there's going to be a fucking tenfold behind them of people. They're going to try to get that special privilege in order to be treated more special. And they're going to take advantage of that system. So guess what? Get rid of fucking special privileges. Make people rise up to an occasion rather than fucking lowering the standard. Just like I feel like people who wear pajamas in a Walmart should be being shot with a beanbag fucking bullet. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. They should just be berated and fucking posted on fucking people at Walmart all the time. What I'm saying is this, guys. There needs to be a standard. We have lowered the standard way too far, and it has definitely fucking weakened our posture as not just a fucking nation, but as human beings. Like, I don't care what your fucking past is. Like, I could sit here and be like, oh, you know, I'm a fucking war hero and I did all this stuff and I did all this. I deserve a fucking special parking spot up front. Blah. It's like, actually what I do is I park all the way in the goddamn back. You want to know why? I want to get more fucking steps in. I want to get away from all the fuck tires. I want to fucking make sure my car's not going to get dented up, even though it's a piece of shit. It's not really a piece of shit. It's just not a gorgeous car that I'm like really concerned about getting dinged up. It's like, I don't have a problem pushing my cart another fucking minute longer. Right? It's the same thing I talked about before. I take the fucking stairs everywhere I go. I don't take the elevator. I don't take the escalator. I take the fucking stairs. I choose to do things harder in life and make things a little bit harder on myself because it pays off in the long run, because it builds character. It changes my perspective on things. A lot more people need to fucking encounter this stuff in their life. They need to stop choosing the easy route. And that's the problem with our society today, is that we cater to too many people. Oh, you got a fucking sprained ankle? Oh, here you go. Like, here's a fucking, what's it called? Here's some Percocet for fucking 6 months. Hope you get addicted to it. and what's it called? Here's your fucking handicap sticker. Now you're privileged. It's like you're privileged because you're disabled. It's like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Everybody else around's like, oh, let me help you out. Let me give you a helping hand. The fucking fact of the matter is no one should do that. No one should give you a helping hand. No one should try to fucking help you. You should be like, hey, thanks, I got it. Hey, thanks, I got it. I'm trying to fucking work through this myself. Thank you. I appreciate that kind of deal. I was just at the gas station earlier getting some fucking gas, and there's this fucking weirdo kid. He's like 19 years old. He's like crawling on the ground to pick up a fucking penny. I see some other fucking kid walk over and he hands him a $5 bill. It's like, dude, don't fucking encourage that behavior. Like, you're giving him that $5 in order to make you feel good, not in order to help him out. Why? Because you're not really helping him out. What lesson is he learning? That he can just wallow through fucking life looking like a fucking pathetic imbecile and people are just going to fucking take care of him? Or does someone need to fucking come up to him and slap him upside the head and be like, hey, fucking work. Change your fucking perspective in life, right? Like, stop avoiding fucking pain and discomfort. Go put yourself out there. Wake up early in the morning. Go fucking look for a fucking job. Go do manual labor. Stop begging people to fucking save you. Cut that shit out. That's fucking weak. No one's going to come and save you. Any society that fucking has a backbone like that is a society that's going to fucking decay. Look at us right now. It took us fucking 70 years with that kind of mindset to fucking turn full-blown fucking transsexual. Talking about the country. The country is transsexual now. If you guys didn't get that. It's fucking stupid though, guys. Honestly, like we gotta get away from this type of shit. Anyway, I'll step off my fucking soapbox. 2 years ago, I was in Tucson with the mindset of unis. I never ever set foot there. Sure, I have zero business there, but to look at girls. What? All right, gotcha. Let's clean up those sentences there, buddy. I'm trying to read stuff on air and I sound like a fucking idiot. Finally, what? Oh, somebody agrees with handy flaps. Yeah, all right, there we go. I got you. Yeah, their air is atrocious. They have way too many people there, and they're fucking vegan. They're vegetarians. It's like, look at the men. They're fucking gross. They hand out handicap plates like candy. Defeats the purpose. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a way to make people addicted to the system. Hey, keep voting for us. Keep paying us. Keep doing all this other stuff. We're going to give you stuff. And it's like, at what cost? That's what most people don't ask the question to. It's like women love debt. They love the fact women, I mean, like, let's be honest, like women have pretty much voted our fucking country into the national debt that we're looking at right now, because women have no concept of how money's made or what's going on with money. They just think it shows up. The fucking patriarchy. The patriarchy just has money. And look what happens. Like, people don't realize, like, when you fucking start getting in this level of debt, when you go into the void like that, there's a price to pay. And I think the price is about to be paid here in a little bit. I think we're going to see a fucking gnarly depression happen here very soon. And people are going to be like, but what? Government's going to come save us, right? And then the next thing you know, they're getting fucking mauled. They're getting mauled by their fucking neighbor for fucking resources. Anyway. So I saw a video on SF where stealing, I'm told, is legal. I wonder if there's thief parking. Thank you. Again, here's another one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is coming from a guy who I did fucking get a vest for my dog before when my fucking PTSD was fucking gnarly. I put my dog through different levels of training and stuff like that. And then they're like, oh, in order for you to get the actual certification, you have to neuter your dog. And I was like, I'm not neutering my dog. They're like, well, you can't have him as a fucking service dog then. I was like, well, fuck it. Who cares? And then the biggest thing I started to realize is when I started taking them places, it made things worse. It made things way worse. Like if I took them to fucking school, like I took them to school like once or twice. And I was just like, whoa, this is way too much. Draws way too much attention. I got to fucking worry about him way more than just sitting here fucking studying. I was like, this is a fucking joke. And that's how I feel about service dogs too, man. Like, I think that this has been a fucking completely abused system. If you're not strong enough of a human being to not rely on a fucking animal to take care of you, sorry, bud. Sorry. You're fucking weak. Like, you're weak as shit. Someone needs to come and fucking slap you upside the head and put you through a little bit of fucking trial. Now, is this to say everybody? No, it's not to say everybody. Is it something that people should have for maybe like 6 months in order for them to like adapt back in? Sure, 6 months. And then after that, stop using your fucking service dog as a fucking crotch. It's for attention. Don't park in the fire lane. They get special privileges, but they don't get... Bro, mouse, what the fuck is going on here? They get special privileges, but they don't get free shit wherever they go. That's being a tyrant, in my opinion, and a parasite. Exactly. Ebonics Bandit. The dog is looking for a new master just like his girlfriend. Crazy, huh? Crazy, crazy. Oh, man. Anyway, let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. All right, my dudes, here's the biggest thing that I've been thinking about lately. I've been chewing on this whole concept because you know who I've been listening to a lot lately is I've been listening to some callbacks to Tom Likas when he was on the radio. And then I've been listening to, obviously, Donovan Sharp. And I've been listening to a bunch of other stuff on top of watching. That's pretty much what it comes down to, is like watching mainstream video or mainstream movies. Not like the newer movies, but like old movies that had a lot of blue pill stuff in it. And I started to realize that the thing about love is this. Oh, let me let that one rip real quick. I don't know if it came over the fucking microphone, but whatever. The thing about love is that love in the context, and that's the other thing I want to talk about too, sorry, and then I'll get into it. The other thing that drives me crazy is all these spiritualists that are operating in this fucking very feminine version of spirituality. And all these spiritualists, all these moral figures, all these people in today's world, they all want to talk about love being the greatest force in the world. They're like, everything is love. When you die, you move into love. Like, love is one, love is peace, love is this, love is the greatest force in the world, and it's going to make you happy and it's going to heal you and all this other shit. That is a very feminine perspective. Do not listen to it, gentlemen. It is all bullshit. Women weaponize love. This idea of love, it's fucking stupid. It is not true. And love is just a means for you to fucking sell out your boundaries. It's also a means for you to sell out your masculinity, which is essentially selling out your boundaries. The idea of love is this. Women will always use love as a weapon in order for them to have one foot out the door in a way of this. They use love as a means for it to be like, well, there's this emotion that's so powerful out there that it always will defeat rationale. There's this emotion out there and this feeling out there that beats any level of conditions or upholding boundaries in a relationship. There's this emotion out there where I can just say it's about this connection. And this is the reason why you must overlook all my shortcomings and you must accept me for who I am, because this thing called love is this beautiful energy that's supposed to last forever. It's supposed to last forever. And it creates this ideal where it's like, hey, you know what? When we get together, this is going to last a lifetime. We are going to be in love forever. So therefore, you're going to want to go ahead and sign this contract here, dot here, dot there, initial here, and realize that we're now bringing the state in between you and I. And when just overlook this fact that, you know, if we get divorced, I'm not saying we are, and I'm not saying I'm planning for it, but if we get divorced, you're going to have to pay me half my stuff. Also, if I bring a child into this, you're going to take the role of the father, like another child, and you're going to have to also pay me child support for not your child. And also, you know, you're probably gonna have to pay me alimony and child support for sure for your children, and on top of all this other stuff. And also, you know, you're gonna have to give me half your stuff. So That's what love is. Love is overlook all of these things, guys. Overlook all this stuff. Overlook all my shortcomings. Accept me for me. Realize that we're going to get into this relationship together and it's going to be fucking perfect and it's going to be magical and you're going to be so happy, especially after you marry me. And like, don't think about it ending because it's never going to end. So take this maximum amount of risk possible for everything that you've ever fucking worked for or created in your life, and bet it all on love, because love is the most powerful thing out there. Love heals all. Love is this emotion and this feeling where everything is going to be okay and everything is good, and it's the most powerful emotion, or it's the most powerful thing in the universe. And I argue that. I say that love is not the most powerful thing in the universe. I think that love is actually a biological thing that's necessary for us to get together early on in a relationship. It's to make us feel good chemically in order for us to say, hey, let's have some sex and have some children, and then create more chemicals that kind of create this oxytocin bond where we're going to stay close together at least until this child comes to maturation. Not necessarily always 18 years, but at least to 7 or 8. That's when, the chances of that child living is more, because that's when they're actually like a pretty independent, for the most part, type of individual. So that's like, and if you look at it, like, that's usually when people get married and get together and have that last, that 7-year mark. It's why they call it the 7-year itch, right? That's usually about the time frame where most people that fell for this trick are like, yo, this shit's getting old. This shit's getting stale. This shit's dry. Like, fuck this shit kind of deal. Like, I'm going to start diddling the fucking, like, goddamn, that 5, that's my maid, or that 5, that's the fucking nanny or whatever, or that 5, that's the fucking mail lady. Like, yo, that shit looks good right now, because I'll take fucking anything other than that fucking wretched bitch that I got to fucking live with every single day and listen to her fucking talk about unconditional love. That's the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is there's no such thing as unconditional love. This is a fucking misnomer. This is a belief system pushed into your mind by women to make you try to accept them for all of their shortcomings. It's part of their sexual strategy. It's to manipulate you into believing in this thing called unconditional love. No woman will ever love you unconditionally. There's always going to be conditions placed on you as a man. The unconditional part is supposed to be you towards her. Get that through your head. The unconditional part is supposed to be you towards her, while she always, always, always holds conditions over your head. No woman out there is ever going to love you unconditionally. The only time that might happen, and it's not even love, it's just a power dynamic and it's game, is when you're fucking King Alpha Chad Thundercock and you have a bunch of other hoes on the fucking side and you have all the resources and you have all the power as far as your social status is concerned. It's like Donald Trump right now. Honestly, Melania, right? That's his wife. I'm pretty sure that's it. Melania is his wife. She could never do better than him. She is stuck. She's stuck with him. She could never, ever, sure, she probably fucked some younger dude on the side here and there, but she would never, ever leave the Donald, because Donald Trump is fucking King Chad fucking Thundercock at this very fucking moment. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't ever leave him. That's the only way she would actually be glued, and that's where her love would be like somewhat unconditional, if that makes any sense. So, guys, when it comes to this idea, when it comes to guys falling in love, really what it comes down to is you lost frame. You've lost frame and you've accepted it, and you've accepted the feelings that she gives you, and it's just a trick. It's just a trick. And the funny thing is, it's something that's going to fucking wear off as well. It's going to take time to wear off. But the problem is this, and this is kind of like what I was just highlighting in that relationship between Melania and Donald Trump. The person who is the more attached person in that dynamic, the person who holds the least amount of power, is going to be the one who's going to be more likely to be the most attached. Why? Because they're not as valuable. So if you're more attached than she is to you, obviously there's something wrong with that relationship. You don't hold the frame. And unfortunately, you're attached because it's kind of like the 1 foot in the door fallacy. I think it's not a fallacy. It's a 1 foot in the door type of, we used to talk about this with sales. I don't know if it's a fallacy, but it's somebody fucking give it to me. Let me Google it. Foot in the door phenomenon, I guess. Yeah, exactly. There's a whole bunch of different ones like that, but like I said, it comes down to sales. It comes down to psychology, where it's like, oh, well, I already got my foot in the door. I'm already here. Might as well just fucking keep going. Might as well invest into it and continue investing into it. And hopefully it'll grow and it'll flourish and it'll get better. It's like, that's a position of weakness. And like I said, love from everything that I've experienced, because here's the thing is, during my time frame of spiritual exploration and all this other stuff, I did a whole lot of different types of psychedelics and stuff. And, for instance, like mushrooms will give you the illusion that everything is all one. Everything should be peace and love and harmony. And this is kind of like where people are operating right now with this kind of hippy dippy type of stuff. But what I've come to realize is that whole thing it's a lie. And like God or the one or the source or all energy, like when you die, it's not all love. It's just energy, right? Love is just a frequency of energy. It's not all energy. There's all sorts of different things that are incorporated into that spectrum of energy. And love isn't the highest one. It's not. Love is a very addicting one. It's a very high vibrational when you do feel that, but love is not the greatest one out there, I don't believe. I think the greatest one out there is power. And people sit there and be like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. But power encompasses all of this stuff. That's what energy is. Energy and power are the most closely resembled thing. So if you're experiencing all, then you're experiencing power. And what is power? Right? And it's a question you're going to have to sit here and think about, because that shoots a hole completely in all the stuff that these fucking light worker people, all these spiritualists are trying to talk about. The same thing with women. And like I talk about, that's the biggest thing, is that most people don't want to tell the truth about what's really going on. Nietzsche talks about it quite a bit. He talks about the will to power. What I surmise is this, that people use this fucking virtue signaling of love as a means for them to obtain power, for them to obtain social credibility, for them to attain some type of role in a social hierarchy, which is essentially them moving themselves up in a power structure. So the more they're able to kind of sell this kind of I don't want to call it snake oil, but I do want to call it snake oil. Yeah, the more they try to sell the snake oil, the more power they get. And that's why people cling on to it, is because they don't want to be honest with what they're really trying to obtain. Hey, I'm looking for more power. I'm trying to attain more power. But instead I mask it with this fucking keyword that blue pills. This is the blue pill fucking trick too, to be honest with you. Blue pill love talking about love. Ooh, love is so good. It's the energy. It's the one. It's the best. It heals all. Like, listen to my blue pill voice, guys. Love heals all. Love is all energy. Love is what binds us all together. We're all one, aren't we? We love each other. That's what we want to attain to. We want love in all of our relationships, and unconditional love at that. We don't want any conditions on any form of love. No. We want to love everybody, all human beings, all animals. We love the earth, and Mother Earth loves you too, right? You guys hear this shit? Yeah, exactly. Love conquers all. You're damn right it does when you live in a feminine imperative. Love conquers all. But guess what? Not us red pill motherfuckers, because we understand this. We've been burned way too many times. And this is what people are going to accuse us of. Oh, you're just jaded. It's like, no, I'm not jaded. I learned my damn lesson. I learned that love is a fucking myth. It's silliness. It's fucking contrivance. When I enter into my relationships right now, guess what? There's fucking conditions. This is a fucking business relationship. There's a power dynamic in this motherfucker. Guess what? I run the ship. I'm the fucking captain. You're the fucking flight attendant. You're the fucking first mate, right? You're whatever. I'm not putting girl as a fucking first mate, to be honest with you. But there's conditions. You will abide by my fucking boundaries, plain and simple. You're fucking out the door. And of course, am I sitting here with a fucking 10 commandment plaque on the wall saying these are my boundaries? Absolutely not. I'm waiting to see if any of my fucking boundaries get pushed. And if they do, I fucking push back. And if I need to, I fucking say, here, exit fucking stage left. You feel me? This whole idea of love before has never fucking worked out. Why? Because you have to have boundaries in a relationship, especially when it comes to women. This whole idea of love is just her idea. It's her idea of what she wants to get lost in, but she projects it onto you as a man that, oh, this is what you should be expecting. This is what you should be doing. The other thing I start to notice with this whole thing too with love is that it leaves women open to also keep the door open. This is one thing I'm really starting to notice with women is that no matter what, they'll never ever agree to something being 100%. Excuse me. Because they always want to have the option available to them to feel something different and move on. They never want to be held accountable for their actions. They don't want consequences for their actions. So if they are to say, yeah, you're right, love is, what's it called? Love is transactional. Love is conditional. What does that do for them? Well, it means that they're going to have to be held fucking accountable for their actions. So they're never, ever, ever going to sit there and say that love is conditional. It also gives them another fucking way out. Oh, I fell out of love for him and I fell in love with someone else. I fell. Again, another thing. When you fall, it's not your fault. You see what I'm saying? It just happened to me. And this is how women operate, guys. Women operate in the sense that they will never, ever take responsibility for their actions. They will never take responsibility for their choices. Everything happens to them. They are not responsible for anything that happens in their life. So love needs to always be unconditional in their eyes because as well, they are the most virtue signaling fucking pieces of garbage on the fucking planet. They will never be honest. They will never tell the truth. They will never tell you the fucking reality of things. Ever. Now, is this me hating on women? No. I love it, to be honest with you. Why? Because I understand what they're fucking saying and what they're doing. I see the fucking writing. I see the fucking matrix. I see what's going on. I'm able to use it for me. But here's the thing is most of you guys out there, most men out there, they don't fucking know this. So I have to say this. But this is just the reality of the situation. This is how women speak. This is how women talk. Well, speaking and talking is the same thing. This is how women act, right? This is how they also impact our society on a social level. Their actions never, ever match up with their words. And when you have a majority of men in today's world that are fucking blue pill oriented and 80% are fucking beta or lower, what are they always going to do? They're going to buy into the fucking feminine imperative. So that's why I sit here and I say this. You know, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get into relationships with women. You should get into a relationship with women if you want to have children. And as well as if she has met all your criteria, she's passed all your shit tests, and she never fucking goes around your boundaries, right? Hold your boundaries firm. That's the way it should be. What I'm saying though is this, the concept and the idea of, oh, Corey, I just love her. That is weakness. That is a falsehood. That is you falling in line with what and how a female thinks. Is it's just like, oh, this happened to me rather than you having a choice in the matter. And that, my friends, is why love is bullshit. It's an excuse. It's just like what we talked about earlier with all these people that are claiming to be in this victim status and so forth. It's a cop out for people to try to fucking make it seem as though they didn't have a choice in the matter and that they've lost themselves into something. It's just like an addiction. And as you guys rightly know, I have no sympathy for that type of stuff. You have a choice in all of it. You have a choice in everything. You have a choice to get yourself out of there. And you have a choice to fucking rip the Band-Aid off and take life in your own fucking control. Anyway, that's my take on all this stuff. I'm going to look through the comments now to see how well you guys agree with me, because I fucking crushed that, by the way. Bam. Go Arnold Shorts. I don't know what the fuck that is. Liquid Swords. Don't know what that is. Grave Diggers. What the hell are you guys talking about? Fucking Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang, by the way. Pets are the first thing to die off when shit hits the fan. Sorry, folks. Get used to being alone now while you can and cut back on the non-necessities. Okay. It depends if you fucking also prepped for your animal. Like, I got to be real. If power goes out and we're quarantined, Tarantino's fucked. Tarantino's not going to be getting crickets. I'm not going to be driving around. I'm not going to be outside trying to fucking get fucking crickets for Tarantino. He's going to turn into a cool looking, dried out dead tarantula. Sorry, buddy. But Chance, on the other hand, we good to go. We're riding this fucking out. We've been through worse, haven't we, boy? Yeah, buddy. What's up, dude? How you doing? Elephants will definitely die during coronavirus. That's too much to feed. Poor guys. Fuck, I love elephants, though. Matt, the Woo flu is no big deal. Try buying a real Woo like Jizza. A real Woo like Jizza's album. Gotcha. Max Dignus, are you in that white demographic? What are we talking about with the whites? What's going on with the whites here? Excuse me. Holy shit. I'm a boss queen in my pajamas. LMAO. No. Be in the bathroom. Barrel. All right. Jon Snow is on. I'm way cooler than Jon Snow. Way cooler. I'm red pilled. Oh, what are my thoughts on the fucking homeless? I don't care for them. I was homeless myself for a little while. I saw that most of these people have chosen to be that way. It's atrocious. These people are choosing to be that way. They're choosing to live that way. San Diego has one of the biggest homeless initiatives in the fucking country because we have one of the biggest homeless populations. And these people are just fucking scabs. I'm not going to like, I know this sounds fucking atrocious, but I was there with these people, not to the fucking nth degree, like living on the fucking streets with these guys, but, god damn, like it's insane to see how they've made their choices is what I'm saying. They've made their choices when it comes to this stuff. You need a break from Cali, dude. I hate seeing pajama wearing bitches out in public. I don't care if they're young and half cute. It's disgraceful. I agree. Personally, I can't wait until white Americans are the statistical minority. I wonder why. What you're talking about sounds like participation trophies. I go to gymnastics meets and they call out 10 or more places. Even the kids that fell or didn't have complete routines get recognized. That's retarded. That's a feminine society right there for you. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I see what you're saying now. Thank you for being such a good man. I hope that's at me because yes. Go me. Wu-Tang is for the kids? What's wrong? Wu-Tang's fucking gold. You know who you got to listen to right now is some Eazy-E, boy. Eazy-E. If you don't believe you're in love, if you don't believe in love, you're suddenly confronted with a reality that doesn't guarantee anything. But you're also free of making that reality your own instead of chasing love like others. Agreed. It's like, let's get back to it real quick. I think there's different levels of love. Men love differently than women. We love, in the sense of what Rollo talks about. We love idealistically and women love opportunistically. But I would also share this. And I think that because we've been tricked as men with this whole thing, like I talk about what the blue pill really is, it's the pedestalization of women over men as a superior fucking class, and that men are a lower class than women. The red pill is the opposite, especially coming from a masculine frame, that masculine relationships are far more valuable than our female relationships, right? So in a way, it's not really inverse, but it's more equal, if that makes sense. I've experienced love for my brothers. right? And that's what causes you to want to do better and grow more and do different things in your life. And then I realized that my love for a woman is completely different in the sense of like the priority is concerned, right? I think that having male relationships is far more fitting. I think they're far better off for you as a person. And obviously, this isn't to say sexual relationships. Let's not confuse love with sex. Sex is with women, obviously. And then there's a lower level of love, I think, between a male and a woman, because it's more so of like, it's very transactional and very conditional. Now, it's not to say that there isn't conditions with your guy friends, but I think there's a little bit less. Like there's more leeway. There should be more trust and there should be more of a bond there. And that isn't something that should be thrown out. And I think that's a different type of love, because it's not this idealistic love. It's a real form of love. It's a brotherhood, right? It's like true family kind of deal. Whereas I think with a woman, there's always going to be some level of insecurity between the both of you. There's always going to be some level of trust issue that's going to be there as well. And obviously the fact that women are just completely different fucking creatures that you just can't read. So it's like, I mean, for me, I look at it as far more disposable. I look at them as far more disposable than my relationships with men. Yeah, honestly. So that's a different level of love, I think. And it's not this extreme level of love where I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love and I fell in love and I'm going to fucking make stupid decisions now. It's more like, that's my boy. I'm going to fucking take care of him as best as I could, and unless he really fucks up kind of deal. And that's it. Let's fucking ride this out. Let's go to fucking war together. You know what I mean? So seeing so many friends getting married at 30, and I'm wondering why looking at it with a red pill lens, because they're silly. Go watch Fight Club. That's exactly what's going on. It's like, oh, well, I've achieved this one part of my life. Now what do I do? Go get married, buy a house, have a kid, retire at 65. It's like, it's fucking stupid. Only your dog might love you unconditionally. Well, I'm sure if you beat it over and over and you don't feed it for some time, it's going to end up fucking eating your face. So there's a condition right there. It's chemistry. Exactly. It's a bunch of bullshit. There's no such thing as unconditional love. Love is between a man and his work and women and her kids under puberty. That makes pretty good sense. I moved to West Virginia for work. The girls are better than I expected. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, they were fallacies, right? There's a foot in the door fallacy, sunk cost fallacy as well, kind of deal. Good stuff. Oops. Corey, do you shave your body hair or have sparse amount already? Lucky if so. No, I shave. My chest hair isn't too terrible, but I actually did just trim it up a little bit. I shave my arms, and yeah, I trim everything else. So true. If your woman, even after years of warm fuzzies, meet a guy with more money. So I'm going to disagree with you here. I think magnetism is what holds the fucking universe together. Everything is based off of protons and electrons. And that magnetism is the bond by which these things happen. So in a sense, what people can consider is love to be that magnetism that kind of forms that bond. But the thing is, there's a condition, even with bonds in the universe. You have to have the right amount of electrons and so forth for a bond to be created, right? Especially between two different, It's two different elements. So it's not really love. We just misconstrue it. That's all I have to say about that. It's power. Like I said, power, magnetism. Body is number one. If you're 18 to 25, you better be lean to get to the cuties. I agree. It's all love, man. Love is conditional, except maybe with kids. No, I even agree with kids. If you're weak enough to have no conditions on your kids, you're going to create a bunch of softies like what we've fucking seen raised up in today's world. It doesn't mean you got to be a fucking asshole to them all the time. It means you got to separate the two. You got to look at it as a mentor. If I have a mentee who isn't fucking following the rules and isn't listening to my shit, guess what? Fucking cut. See you the fuck later kind of deal. It's just kind of how it is. We as spirits are like the fluid in a refrigerator. It's just consciousness. Love is just form of information that can get things done. Yes, I agree. But it's not the highest form of consciousness like a lot of these spiritualists try to fucking claim. It's not. It's just what most people want to cling to. No, you're good. I'm all about the woo-woo. People used to shame me because I've never entered a serious relationship, but I saw people and girls for what they were and not for what I wanted to see. Good man. And obviously, this sounds like you have more of an alpha mindset. I'm in the same boat. I felt shame for quite some time because I've never been able to hold on to a long-term relationship. And I'm okay with that because, frankly, I like the trajectory that I take my relationships now. And if I do end up getting into a relationship with a woman and I want to have kids, she's also going to know that it's open for me and closed for her. And, well, it's going to be closed until I bring some women into it. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, she's not going to say, yeah, you're right. Ever. The red pill helped me realize I wasn't wrong and that the problem wasn't me. Exactly. It's the feminine indoctrination that's going on with that stuff. Oh, by the way, if you guys are in the chat right now, let's make sure we're hitting that like button. We got 42 people watching right now and 33 likes. If you're the asshole that hit the fucking thumbs down button, well, you're the asshole. Oh, crud. Lou Piazza. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. Enfield, Connecticut represent. Dave W., what's going on? Make sure you hit that like button, my dude. Good to see you. Chris Redfield, I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Make sure you hit that like button as well as subscribe. Girls in NYC are hot, but shit personality. Exactly. They are atrocious. Atrocios. Jessica Alba, 78% white via testing. Fluffy is going on the Barbie. What are you guys talking about? Corey and Tarantino, who's going to eat the other first? Delfinity. I see you have a bunch of hair on your back triceps. Oh, are you talking about this thing right here? I was going to say because I don't. That's funny. Hit the like button. Delfinity sounds like a girl's name too, by the way. I hope you're not a girl. Otherwise, if you were, you'd have a thumbnail like this chica here. Corona V was certainly engineered by the Chinese government in a lab for population control. Unfortunately, the Nords have been invaded by Syrian refugees, so they are not immune. Yeah. Oh, well. We all get a little fucking cleanse here or there. Cull the herd a wee bit. No big deal. Let's pray you guys have the right genetics. You mean to create a covalent bond or noble gas? Sort of. Yeah, chemistry. Everything's chemistry. Bronx, NYC. Bless, brother. Great message. Rock and roll, dude. Good to see you in here. Let's make sure we subscribe if we're not subscribed and hit the like button if we haven't already. Good to see you in here, though. Love the comments, guys. Red Crusader, what's going on, my dude? Does a show pinpointing non-feminist states? Oh, wait. Do a show pinpointing non-feminist states. Okay. Magnetization is also information. Particles only exist when observed. Otherwise, it's waves. And waves are information. Recently, Harry Cliff at the Royal Institute said the word particle should be removed from particle physics. Well, there are particles, but there are also waves. With women who say they love me, I usually, yeah, sure, until another woman tells me the same. Oh man. It's just a feeling. It's just like They feel it, so they emote it. They just say it, right? It's just one of those things. Good stuff, my dude. Good stuff. Good fucking stuff, eh? Good to see you in here. Good to see all you guys in here. I live vicariously through so many dudes like Corey, and I've been laughing lately till my abs hurt. If you're not happy alone in your bad company, but it's funny today when us modern men feel. Yeah. I'm all about hanging out with myself. The majority of my time is spent hanging out with myself, and I'm okay with that. I think a lot more people need to learn to be alone. But I also do believe that one of the biggest things that we're missing out on is a tribe, and mainly the fact that like having brothers, like having like real brothers around. Not to say like every step of the way that we're all fucking clingy and hanging around one another like constantly, but like a good tribe of dudes, like a good team of dudes that you do fucking hang out with and work out with and fucking train with and work on stuff together near daily. And then, you know, at nighttime you fucking separate and go home and do whatever, you know, kind of like what they used to do in a tribe. You hang out with your boys, you hang out with your brothers, you fucking shoot the shit a little bit. A few people might fucking get into a little fucking heated argument or some scrap or whatever in order to toughen one another up and chip each other down kind of deal and build each other back up. And then they go home to their fucking huts afterwards. And then they wake up the next day and they do it all over again. It's good stuff. I don't see an issue with that kind of lifestyle. It's just finding the right people that want that kind of stuff and that are willing to put in the work. Do you believe that we are spirits having a human experience and everything is frequency? Yes, 100% I do. And that's mainly because I've traveled to different realities and died a few times in order to see that I am just a frequency. The cool thing is, though, you keep your voice. As weird as that sounds, you keep your voice. Would a HOA count as a tribe? That's hilarious. I'll pull that up just to give them the fucking credit for it. Yeah, I was like, every time my consciousness observed itself or whatever, it's the same voice. So like, even when you die, it's still going to be your same voice that you're communicating with yourself with. It's fucking so weird. It's so weird. You're like, holy shit. You're like, I'm dead, but this is my voice. So I'm observing it. It's like, all right, well, you never really truly die. You just transform. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Oh my God. Anyway, with that said, guys, what a fucking tremendous show. I'm happy that I fucking came on here and rapped some shit for yous. What is there other than love? Like I said, it's power. It's energy. Like love isn't the highest frequency on that. There's higher frequencies. Love is just an illusion for most people. I mean, it's an actual frequency. It's just a lot of people want that to be the highest frequency because it's nice. And it's like, there's a lot of other stuff that we're going to fucking realize and understand. Like I talked about, Nietzsche talks about the will to power. Love isn't as great as power is. Be like, what is power? Well, power is the ability to influence and have a wider control over things. Right? And that's what people are all striving to do. So then they'll use love as a means to gain more power. So it's not the highest frequency. Anyway. Yep. Shit's crazy. Gents, lady that was in here, but mostly gents. Fuck it. Just gents. Who cares? If you're fucking tuning in after this live stream, make sure you hit the like. For those of you guys that aren't aware, my new book is out and it's live on Amazon right now. I will post the fucking link. It's all about purging feminism from your own, what's it called? I disagree with you. I think love is a huge part of it, but it's still not. Like, you have intent and you're doing it in a loving way. There's different forms of it, but just, it's different. There's a whole lot more stuff into it. Anyway, like I said, buy the book, join the War Tribe, fucking buy my online dating mastery course, buy my other book, book a coaching call, join my fucking Patreon. What else? What the fuck else do I have? Who fucking cares? It's all in the fucking description below. I don't really give a shit. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:30. Adios.